If your relationship is getting too hard to deal with, do you move on? Today, Angela and KJ, Jose and Miranda, and Taurus and Portia have been considering that decision. And it's not an easy one or a frivolous one for them. Joining us now is a relationship expert and author of In Your Skin, the self-help guide to living the life you aspire to live now. Her name is Spirit. Spirit, welcome.
Hey there.
Thank you.
Good to see you again, Bill.
I have in the box, believe it or not, the actual votes of these three couples. Spirit, help me reveal what their decisions are. First, Angela and KJ. Hey, what do you see?
Well, it looks like one of them has decided to stay together and one has decided to move on.
No. Oh, my God.
Now, Spirit, only two knows the actual which one voted which way. Let's begin with Angela. Angela, what was your vote?
To move on.
KJ, how are you feeling right now?
I voted to stay, you know, because I figured that we've been together, we've been through a tough time with her daughter, that maybe we could figure out a way to work through our issues, but, you know, maybe she's not as forgiving as I thought she was. So.
Spirit, what advice could you give Angela and KJ?
Well, I would say, you know, honestly, there's a lot of anger that exists between them. Even if you look at how they sit, you see some of the other couples are holding hands, but even throughout their segment, they pretty much sat splintered from each other. There's a lot of anger and there's a lot of fighting against one another instead of fighting for your relationship. So if you decide to move on, understand this. The issues that you bring to this relationship, you will carry them into the next relationships as well. So if you truly decide to move on, understand, and I hope that you get the help that you need before you move into the next relationship.
All right, Jose and Miranda and Spirit, help us discover what the situation is here with Jose and Miranda.
Well, when you look at Jose and Miranda, just like their hands line up, so do their answers. They've decided to stay together.
How about what advice would you give Miranda just about this situation? Because during the show today, I could see moisture in her eyes, and she was very emotional.
Well, you know, the unique thing about you two is that you've already identified what the problem is. You know where the issues are, but now it's time to take the next step, which is to work on resolving those issues, so that once you move past them, you can begin forging together stronger than ever. Good luck to you.
Yes. And lastly, Taurus and Portia have voted and revealed the ballots.
Now, even though she says there's a whole lot of control there, something about her kind of likes it, and so does he. They decided to stay together as well.
How about that? That's good. But I kind of sense from some of the questions in the audience that maybe if Portia just slightly would adjust her behavior a little bit, there would be less difficulties in this relationship.
Well, Portia just needs to be honest. It's a reality check. I mean, let's be honest. Like you said, you've put on new weight, you've discovered a new body, and you are happy flaunting it.
It's the same clothes.
That's the problem.
It's not the problem.
They're probably the same size as they were back then, too. That's probably the problem.
Do you two want to vote again?
Bill, hold on. I dress the same. Can we let Spirit talk? I dress the same way I dress.
Let me say this. There's nothing wrong with wanting attention, but understand this. Men marry quality, but they sleep with quantity. Don't be caught up in that number.
Caught up in what number? Wait a minute.
All right, good. When we continue, it's the bottom line. And if you want more info on the show, go to the website at www.BillCunninghamShow.com.